Integrity. Come. It's raw. What's happening, Liam? How are we all this morning? William H, that's funny. This town ain't big enough for both Liams. Oh, I'm getting a little bit hyped, guys. I'm getting a little bit hyped. What is happening, guys? Welcome to Firing Blank's first ever Deadline stream. Wow! It's so early that people in my house are still sleeping. I hope you're all having an amazing morning. We're gonna have a lot of fun. It's really early, guys. Deadline streams are really fun because what it means is we can actually go through our teams and it's not hypothetical. It's happening. It's happening soon. How are we all in the chat? I even forgot to turn my lights on. We're starting this off amazingly correct. Aqua. What name, by the way. Thank you very much for this sub. Claco's here. Bob Wong, 4:30 p.m. Yeah, it's good for you. Am I the only one without Salah, Mane, Alba in my team? Probably, mate. Probably. But we'll figure it out together. Liam, how's it going? Liam, how's it going? It's raw. Feeling confident. I like that. I like that. Alright. Drunk Dave. Messed with it. No way. No way there's someone at the door. There's someone at the door. I bet it's the postman. Maybe he's here for the stream. He wasn't here for the stream. So, Drunk Dave last night messed with my team. Not too much, but just enough that it would affect it without me noticing. I'm so glad I checked it this morning. I'm sorry about having to leave there. That's so classic Dave stream. Yeah. Let me read the chat. Came from TTV. Nice. It's late here. 4 in the evening. Wow, so many late people. In before James comes. We'll find out where James is. It's very early, and he's got things to be doing today. He's going to a different country today. Good morning. That was amazing timing. I can't believe you just done that.
Are you on?
I'm on, mate. I just said I don't know where you are. You've got so much stuff to do.
Hey mate, I'm never too busy for you.
We didn't plan that. That wasn't planned. That just happened. I can't believe that just happened live, mate.
I'm just opening the stream now.
And you would have been delayed, so you would never have known. What is happening, mate? How's your team looking?
Oh god. Well, that's basically why I'm here, mate, because I just need everyone's help.
Okay.
It's in a state, to be honest with you. I've got Wilson in my forward line, which will tell you everything you need to know. Yeah, so it's not looking great. You know what? Actually, to be fair, it's not looking too bad now. Fernandez is still in my midfield, still on the bench. Wilson, Mitrovic up front. I got rid of Antonio following the last stream we did. Son is in rather than Pulisic as well.
Oh shit! So there's a lot riding on it. Do you want to send me it?
How's that? Yeah, okay, yeah. How's your stream going? How's your team going? Even
the stream's been going amazing for the first 4 minutes. So
yeah.
I was on time for the first time ever. Then the postman came.
Okay.
So I had to go deal with that for 30 seconds, which was classic. And then you showed up, and I bet the Skype noise was really loud for everyone. It's been going good. The first 5 minutes have been really entertaining, and I don't know if we can sustain ourselves.
Oh, that's it. We peaked too early, mate. Story of my life.
How important is it to leave some money spare? Have you got any money in your bank?
You know what? I don't. I've used all 100 million. I actually did have 0.5 in there though, and really liked that fact.
Right.
Because it's nice to have once the price changes start kicking in.
Mm-hmm.
That 0.5 can be the difference between getting a player that's risen in price and not. So I do like to keep a bit in the stash, but alas, I haven't managed to in this case. FPL, they do a really good job, don't they, of kind of forcing you to spend all of your money. Like, it's quite hard. They do a good job of balancing the prices so that basically you always end up spending your 100 million.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think what they do is they always make it either 0 or 0.5 so that everything adds up. I think that's what they do, mate. All right, let's look at your team. Thank you, everyone who's in the chat. What we're going to do is we're going to help James first, because I didn't realize he was going to be coming, even though he is, co-presenter. And then we'll look at the Twitter. I've sent a Twitter tweet that asks for questions and all that stuff. You can also post in the chat. So yeah, let's have a look at the team. Ryan to start. It's classic. Sace? Wolves defender. All right, fair play. Yeah. Alexander Arnold, Walker Peters, Lamptey. I do like Lamptey. We talked about that the other day. Your midfield is classic. The only problem is your strikers are really, really cheap.
Yeah, because of Fernandez on the bench, you see.
Did you hear that Fernandez might not make the quarantine deadline?
See, this is why I'm on this stream. This is why I'm on this stream. Why?
All right, okay. Well, story time, right? His wife either gave birth or is pregnant wherever he's from.
Oh, for God's sake.
So he was there, and he had to have left this morning at 4 a.m. to make it back in time for the quarantine deadline for game week 2, I believe.
Well, plus, do you want a player that's been quarantining for 2 weeks?
Exactly.
Can he not do the test that Ben Dinnery was talking about at the airport?
He might be able to. I don't know if that's a thing, but like Holly has had him in her drafts for like a month, and she has taken him out.
No, really? All right, well, that's it. He's gone. He's gone.
I figured.
Now.
I figured you'd take him out.
Oh, should I just? Oh God! This throws everything up in the air. Mate, I can afford Werner if I want him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what you're gonna do, but yeah, I'm glad that you paid. I'm gonna link into the chat a tweet. Just so.
Oh, you know what? I think I might just get Rashford or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, just put Rashford in instead.
Right
Rashford,
here. I think Rashford's not a bad idea. I've got Martial. I'll show you my team. I'll show you what Drunk Dave did last night.
Oh,
the cheeky
beggar. If Drunk Dave did it, then it's going to be good.
It's weird because I looked at it. I was like, I'm so glad I checked. But then but at the same time, I kind of like it. I don't really mind. It's not really a big deal for me. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. So let's have a look.
See what you're packing.
All right. Bam, bam, bam. Wait, this is wrong. Yes, right, refresh. So, Ramsdale, he's put Ramsdale in instead of McCarthy, and he's used whatever money that I had in the bank. So I had 0.5 in the bank, and he used it on Ramsdale. Second thing he did was he took what's his name, Tierney out. He took Tierney out. I've had Tierney in my team longer than Holly has had Bruno Fernandes. He was my second pick after Trent. I've wanted him forever. And he took him out last night and put Bellerin in.
Oh my God.
I know.
That is controversial.
I know.
Usually he does you proud, but...
Oh no, James, you're here. Bam. I think the reason why is because David Luiz is injured, so it means that Tierney might have to play centre-back, and I only want him for 2 games, and I don't want him to be playing centre-back for 2 games. However, Bellerin is 100% going to be playing on the right because he can't play centre-back, so there's no issue with him. And on top of that, I'm getting a guaranteed wing-back for 0.5 million less for the exact same team. So it's
people do forget that Bellerin's a great player.
Yeah, it's just because he's been injured for as long as new FPL players have been alive.
Exactly, but you know, if he's not playing football, he's planting trees. I mean, the guy. Yeah.
Oh, that was such a shame.
I like him a lot. I think he's a very, very good player, and I don't hate that move from Drunk Dave. I'm just surprised because, like you said, Tierney was your golden boy.
So guess what he used with the extra 0.5 million that I saved from Bellerin's transfer in?
Looks like he's put Martial in.
Well, Martial was me, actually. So,
that was you. That was Sober Dave. Right?
Yeah, that was Sober Dave. Sober Dave put Martial in because I couldn't pick between Kane. Remember the last time we were streaming? I couldn't pick between Kane and Werner and Vardy. I didn't know which I wanted because I didn't know who was going to bang. So I decided I'm not going to go with any of them. I'm just going to have Martial in because that's pretty much who I had put in there as like my plan for that position anyway. And then once I read that Late Riser was doing the exact same thing, I was like, yeah, I've been thinking about it for like a week now. I'm just going to do it. So it's done. Martial is in there and don't have to worry about that position. But what he did was he upgraded one of my 4.0 defenders to Taylor, who doesn't play.
Okay, yeah, but I don't mind that again. I
know.
had Taylor in my first draft, actually, because, you know, Burnley defence is definitely the best value defence in the season. So, I think that's... I think that's all right. I like it.
It's ridiculously okay.
I mean, I am one. So you're going to have to play Soucek then today.
Yep, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Okay, yeah, and then Martial will stay on your bench. Yeah, interesting. I feel as though Martial is more in demand now that he's a forward. It seems to be the opposite of how it should be. You know, as a midfielder, I didn't feel like he was all that popular last season, but.
He wasn't popular until 6 games to go or something, but you're absolutely right. Yeah. No one was really looking at him until Man United started banging. But I think the reason why he's so popular for Game Week 1 or Game Week 2, when everyone's kind of earmarked him for their team, is simply because of his price point. Like 9 million is just cheaper than Werner, so you don't need to go and get him, or you can go to him really quickly from Werner easily. Vardy, like I said, again, he's cheaper than him, and he plays for a better team. And then Kane is a bit of a doubt. We don't know if he's going to be great or good. It's the first month, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of red flags for a lot of these players. But the only red flag for Martial is he doesn't play Game Week 1. And if you're okay with benching him, then you're golden for the rest of the season. Or as long as, Man United show the goods. So I think that's why Drunk Dave was like, just make it simpler. Just don't worry about it. Just put him in. And then you don't have to worry about that position. So I like it. Martial is the next De La Feu. Mate, you fucking take that back. Take that back.
Aqua, that's a good question. Worth keeping a Newcastle or West Ham defender for Game Week 1. I quite like the Newcastle defence this season.
Yeah. I think that's a hard pass for me. For both of those teams. Like I said to myself very early on, especially when doing all these 8 simple rules things, is that you need to pick players that are that have shown that they can do it. So Newcastle haven't shown that they have a good defense, right?
They have.
Not really. They've shown that Lascelles can be good, and if they play park the bus football, then they'll keep a clean sheet. But they didn't in the last year. Would you have picked a Newcastle
Yeah, I would
player?
have done post-hiatus, definitely. I think they were one of the best value defences post-hiatus last season.
All right.
Yeah, I do. Their underlying stats were great. They didn't concede many goals, so their actual stats were also pretty good. I just feel as though there's such a lack of viable 4.5s this season that Newcastle could be a slightly untapped resource. We'll see, of course, but West Ham to start is a pretty decent fixture. I like it for the first few game weeks.
Oscar Featherstone says exactly what I was just about to counter yourself with, which is Dubravka's injured.
Can we just talk about the name Oscar Featherstone for a second? That's his real name.
It must
Oscar,
be
if that's
fake.
your real name, then please let me know, because I love that.
Have you seen the new Jumanji when they pick characters from the Jumanji game and they're all like, it's like Smolder, Bravestone and all that, and like Ruby Roundhouse and that. That's exactly like Oscar Featherstone.
Yeah, he'd be some kind of intrepid explorer, wouldn't he, who wears a trilby.
Yeah, and he studies bird law in his spare time.
Yes.
Yeah, we
He
figured
really
it out.
does.
I might have a bird
Oscar,
law
we've got
question
your
for
number,
you.
mate.
Yeah.
Sure.
DM me. All right, chat. I want your questions. I'm gonna go look at the Twitter. I'm gonna go look at your teams. I'm gonna go bring all this stuff up. So yeah, send them in. Send them in the chat. James is gonna be watching the chat. I'm gonna be watching the Twitter, and we'll get this sorted.
You mind if I ask you a question, Dave?
Yeah, go for it.
It's about Mason Greenwood.
Okay.
I'm now, obviously, now that I'm getting rid of Bruno, I've got a gap, a Man United shaped hole to fill. Mm-hmm. Rashford is obviously an option, but Greenwood, I think, could feasibly become one of the best players at Man United in the next couple of seasons.
Yeah.
Don't think that's a particularly controversial statement, right?
No, he's a young up-and-comer and whippersnapper. I get it.
He is. Why don't more people have him?
Because Sancho is still on the cards. So imagine you put someone in your team for 7.5 million and for game week 2, not even game week 1, and then when it comes to a week from now, they've actually bought Sancho. And then you've got so not only is it a risky strategy with anyone who's doing the Man United, Man City player on the bench, but you've also picked one that as soon as they buy that new player that they've been linked with all pre-season, then that position's now in contention. So that's why Rashford's safer. However, we don't really like Rashford that much. I've noticed that he's fourth choice. It goes Bruno, Martial, Greenwood, Rashford. He's just kind of in between, cheap enough to be a Greenwood decent pick and not productive enough on the pitch to be as expensive as Bruno. He's also been taken off penalties, so it's weird. That's why I went for Martial.
I'm bringing him in.
Martial or Rashford?
Bringing Greenwood.
Let me ask you a question, Dave. Convince me not to do this.
Now, if I do that, I can afford Werner. And I think because of his ownership stats, I need to prioritise Werner. So Greenwood coming in, that's a risk worth taking. I can get rid of him if he's not playing at the end of the day. But
fair play.
Therefore, so if I make those transfers, Wilson out, which actually I'm kind of excited by Wilson, but
right. Are you ready to do questions? I've got teams in.
I'm ready.
Oh, that worked really well. Awesome. All right. This comes in from Abhinav Gupta. Yes, nailed that. McCarthy, Mitchell, Alexander-Arnold, Stace, Walker-Peters, Salah, Ward-Prowse, Pereira in midfield, Aubameyang, Jimenez, and Werner. On the bench, he's got all, it looks like, just fodder. I don't mind anything that's done there except for the Pereira thing. And me and you, I think, are on the same page in that we don't actually like picking anyone from promoted teams.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm exactly the same. I also think starting with Mitchell is putting yourself in a slightly vulnerable position. I don't really like the idea of depending on Mitchell to play and start. So I would say those two are the Achilles heels there. But it's pretty nice. I mean, it's a great front line. Jimenez and Werner is really nice.
I think if you change Pereira to Saint Maximum or another 5.5 or even Souček, then that means that you can upgrade Mitchell to someone who's decent. Pereira to Souček gives you Mitchell to Bellerin. Pereira to Saint Maximum gives you Mitchell to any 4.5 defender. Taylor.
Look at you repping Bellerin now.
I know, right? Well, it's because he can't afford it.
All of a sudden.
Mate, if he could afford 5.5 But you've got to trust Drunk Dave, you know what I mean? But yeah, thank you very much for your thing. Let's go to the let's do one on Twitter and then one in the chat. So pick a question, mate.
Okay, let's go for Vinagre or Lascelles.
Who's that from?
That's from Marios Sarlidis.
Oh, so that's why you didn't start with his name.
Pronouncing your name wrong there, mate. So he says Vinagre or Lascelles. I mean, this is effectively asking Wolves or Newcastle, right? There is some doubt around Vinagre, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. But at the moment, he remains at the club. So yeah. I think for at least game week 1, you can expect him to start.
And I think the Wolves manager, Nuno, he came and said that the new players have to, adapt to their stuff and they need time to integrate into Premier League life. So that made everyone jump back on Vinagre after taking him out of their drafts.
I guess you might argue that you shouldn't really be picking players ahead of game week 1, knowing that eventually you're going to have to transfer them out. And I think Vinagre probably is one of those. Like, his time at the club is probably limited. So Lascelles, he's talismanic in that Newcastle back line. So you're going to get a starter every single week. A starter who can score goals as well. He likes a set piece.
Yeah.
I don't actually, because I've already defended the Newcastle defence, so I actually quite like both of these options. I would maybe actually say Lascelles on the basis that you could theoretically keep him in your team for the whole season.
I was going to say, like, you could pick Lascelles and then in 2 game weeks you could find whatever, starting Wolves player that they've been doing, and then you can bring one in for their amazing game week 3 onwards run. From game week 3 to 9, that's when I want my Wolves players. I don't want them game week 1 or 2. So you could do Lascelles and then Vinagre if he's still here, or if he's still playing, or even if you find 0.5 million from a Aubameyang downgrade, which we were all kind of earmarked in our teams anyway, then bam, you're sorted, mate. You've got it. You've got enough money for the new left back.
I like it. Collins also asked about Lascelles, so I don't know. Maybe we've covered Lascelles there. Go on, Dave. Have we got any more?
Next one. Yeah. This comes from Anonymous Aqua, who I think is the same Aqua that I just subbed. So thank you very much.
I mean, how many Aquas can there be?
I know. Yeah. If there's 2, then that's crazy. 2 Liams, 2 Aquas, nuts. Ramsdale, Doherty, Tierney, Robertson, amazing backline. It's missing Trent, but like, if I was missing Trent, that's the backline I would want. Like all the other heavy hitters, Aubameyang, St. Maximum, Havertz, Zaha, Ali. Oh wow, that's Havertz, Zaha, and Ali. That's very risky. Calvert-Lewin and Werner. I don't mind. Oh, and Bats and on the bench. Why have you got Bats on the bench?
I quite like Bats. You know what? He's gaining traction. I don't know why he's gone triple Palace. But I think that is too much Palace for my liking. But Batshuayi is my dad's on him at the moment. Loves him. He scored a couple of really nice goals for Belgium during the internationals. And I mean, Crystal Palace are a little bit devoid of good finishers. Batshuayi is a good finisher.
There's no point in punting on Bats and then keeping him on the bench. Like just go nuts. I would,
especially at home against Southampton.
The first thing that I want you to do is downgrade one of these midfielders to a nothing, to like someone who you won't play, like Souček or whatever, and then use that money and upgrade the other one, because you've spread so much funds. What if Aguero goes nuts? Like, who are you taking out? It's obviously going to be Ali or Zaha. So you might as well just downgrade them now and have the money, so you don't have to do 2 transfers later when, or say you want Mane because he starts banging, or Salah gets injured, so Mane's the only one that they look for goals or something. Like, loads of things can happen, and it's going to be really difficult for your team to get there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there's some weird expenditure here. I think Ali's a really interesting choice. I can only assume that he's been watching the Spurs documentary on Amazon, and that's kind of endeared him to Ali, because I like Ali more as a player. Watch that, but it's not enough to make me back him yet. Although Ali does, we know he's got propensity to be an incredibly good player. So.
Yeah, fair play. I mean, I don't mind that Ali picks so much as a punt, but I would only have maybe 1 punt at that kind of price point in my midfield, right. And he has 3.
It's very risky to be punting at all in game week 1. Really, there's no need.
Yeah, I think that's like the main thing about my team is that it's like every single position is guaranteed and safe, at least for the first 4 game weeks, and that's what I've
Yeah.
went completely opposite to how I started last season.
Yeah, yeah.
Aqua says Bats just move, hasn't trained yet, don't think he'll start. Like, downgrade him or move him to Mitrovic or something, and then like smash that midfield up and like start again a little bit. Havertz is fine, Ali's fine, but you know, you could downgrade Zaha, upgrade Bats, or upgrade Egan. Actually, you know what? You've probably got enough defense money. But yeah, we're on the same page, right?
Yeah, we are. Can I just ask a very quick question? Is Ramsdale is Ramsdale in? Is he?
He's in. He's in. He's one of the 3 main picks, other than Pope.
Okay, interesting.
I've got him in. Drunk Dave's got him in, rather.
Yeah, I might make that switch actually.
It's just because his fixtures are a bit better, and if everyone has McCarthy and everyone has Ryan, and we know from past experience that Southampton's defence and Brighton's defence doesn't come anywhere near Sheffield, then for 0.5 million, I'm ahead of every hardcore manager that's doing a 4.5 set and forget.
Ramsdale's 5. Damn it! I thought it was 4.5.
Right.
I can't afford it.
Let's get another question in. My initial strategy, keep KDB on bench, but then I realised how dumb the move could be, so just put in Alba. Yeah, no, I like that. Fair enough. Aqua, fair enough. Colm, how's it going, man? If you had to choose one between Lewis or Lascelles, suspect spelling as always. Yeah, Lewis, Jamal Lewis from Norwich went to Newcastle.
He's a bad defender. Let me tell you this right now. As someone who's kind of followed Norwich more than the average football fan last season, Jamal Lewis was not good enough for the Premier League. I don't think that's a good signing. I think he could be in a few years. But at the moment, he's feeble, weak. He's constantly losing the ball. I would stay away from Jamal Lewis.
That makes me feel bad for Newcastle in general, but yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna take James's word on that. I would have picked Lascelles just because he's nailed. That's why I would have said. Bissouma or Reed as a 4.5 midfielder. Bissouma, easy peasy. Almost every major like person that I follow that I really like in the community as Bissouma over Stevens, and I didn't really understand why. But I've done it myself because I don't need to understand why.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Just copy the good ones.
Like, for example, Az has Bissouma, and he is a Brighton fan. So that's all I really needed to know. I was like, cool, I'll just pick him. So yeah, and who was the other person you said? Or Reed, and Reed is a promoted player, I'm assuming. So
yeah, I know very little about him, but the fact that he hasn't played in the Premier League before is enough for me.
Right,
Nyland or Steer, that classic. Sorry, it's raw, Nyland or Steer. I mean, you choose in between one pile of shit versus another, aren't you? It's very good to say about either.
Just choose the shit you want and move on.
I would steer clear of both of those.
All right, Liam H, I'm assuming, FPL Liam in the chat is as known as Liam H. This is his team. The Lane Lions, McCarthy, Alexander-Arnold, Doherty, and Robertson. Classic.
Yeah.
Salah, St. Maximum, Pereira, Aubameyang, Werner, Mitrovic, Calvert-Lewin. This team I like. You've got one punt. That's decent. He's got Walker-Peters and Mitchell.
It still hasn't come on the screen for me yet, so it's quite hard.
No worries.
To best. I'm just waiting for the screen to catch up.
I can't zoom in anymore. Hold on, maybe this.
Oh, there we go. No, that's fine. It's just because the stream is delayed. It's on now.
All right.
Look.
So Pereira is his only punt, which I like. Calvert-Lewin's a little bit of a punt, but at least he's played before. And Doherty's a little bit of a risk just because he's new. However, our man in the know, Mr. Planet FPL himself, Mr. James, said that Doherty was, he was 80% sure he was going to start. And for someone that into FPL and Tottenham, like, I'll take his word.
This team is mad. I like this a lot.
It's good, isn't it? It's good.
Because you look at that back line and you think, okay, he's obviously had to make some sacrifices here. And then you look at the front line, Werner, Calvert-Lewin, Mitrovic, okay, where are these sacrifices? And then actually the midfield is more than passable. Salah, St. Maximum, Aubameyang, that's basically the triumvirate that everyone's on at the moment, isn't it? The only issue, I suppose, for him is that he leaves himself very little option to pivot to Man United from game week 2 for that Crystal Palace fixture. But that's obviously every team like this comes at a cost. I think generally speaking, though, this is a really good game week 1 side. So I
agree. We like it. I'm going to like it here.
We like it, yeah. We need a little ding thing.
Right, hold on. I've got you covered. I've got you covered. Perfect. You didn't hear it, but I got it.
No, I won't. Yeah.
All right. In the chat, we've got Ace Adventure says, "Do we think Reece James is going to play even enough minutes for a defense spot?" I think he's so held to a pedestal from every single Chelsea fan and Chelsea player and the manager and all that. They just think like he's our next best thing. They can't not give him a shot, especially when Chilwell's injured and they're going to play Azpilicueta on the left for the first couple of game weeks. Like, I can't see how he wouldn't get a game, because the only player that can play on his side is Azpilicueta, and he's going to be on the other side. However, Azpilicueta is still the captain, James. So what do you do?
Yeah,
what do you do in that case?
Yes. And I believe he's still got another season of frequent play in him. For me, my stance on this is that there are enough players to pick from that you know are going to play week in, week out. Yeah. I just don't know why in game week 1 anyone's picking these rotation risks. Like, if you are worried about it, you know, there are plenty of options that you won't have to think twice about, and you know they're going to play every single week. I don't know, it's risk reward, isn't it? For me, there's too much risk picking Reece James. Also, let's not forget, Chelsea they don't have a huge amount of defensive pedigree, do they? I mean, they're a great side, but you know, they haven't really bolstered in the backline. They've still probably got Kepa in goal, and we know what he's like. So
we still haven't forgiven Zuma, mate. Still.
We still haven't forgiven Zuma, no, don't even mention his name.
I won't.
So there isn't enough for me in that back line to think, okay, I need to invest somewhere.
Yeah, fair play. I'm with you. But this team is a belter. I'm going to leave this one alone. Just in, by the way, Aqua says Mourinho said in the documentary thinks Docker is really aggressive, which is great. But then Colm came in, says apparently Mourinho came out and said that Docker and Aurier are to share minutes. Now, imagine you are Mourinho, James, right? Close your eyes, mate. You're Mourinho. Okay.
This is nice.
You've just bought... yeah, check to see how big your dick is, because I know you've been thinking about that for a while. Go on. Right, excellent.
Looks like a Portuguese custard tart.
Okay, right, moving on. So your eyes are closed, you're Mourinho. You've just bought Doherty for the steal of the season, 15 million. You've came out in the public on a documentary on Amazon that everyone's watched, shouting at your other fullback Aurier, right, who's going to be in that position as well. You've shouted at him, right? You've actually shouted at him. Now, imagine you then need to still get a performance out of Aurier because you have so many fixtures that you're actually congested from the get-go. How do you convince him to stay and get a good performance out of him, even though you want to start Doherty?
Yeah, you tell him it's what his brother would have wanted. On that note, mate, I have to go, I'm afraid. I've got to go and get my hair cut. I'm going to then go on holiday.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. See you later.
I can't believe you just done that. That's so funny. I can't believe you just said that. Excellent. That wasn't the answer I was looking for, but it's the answer we all needed. Okay, I'm going to get a strike or some shit. Thank you very much. Have a great holiday. Everyone say bye to James.
Thank you.
Bye,
good luck,
James.
everyone. Good luck.
Good luck.
See you later.
Send me your final team. Bye.
I'll send you some holiday pics, Dave.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Amazing. Gagging for.
Fucking brother, I can't believe you did that. I'm hanging up on you. Bye. Oh, he did not just do that. Oh, right. Let's just compose ourselves. That was fucking... I apologize. James does not hold the same views. All views are his own and doesn't represent firing blanks. I can't... I was going to him saying that they're going to share minutes. That's where we were leading to. Mourinho comes out and says, you know what, even though we bought Doherty and he's the best thing ever and I really don't like Aurier and Doherty is my preferred player and he's obviously going to get 90 minutes, I'm going to come out and I'm going to say, you know, they're going to share minutes because I still need Aurier to do a job. And I wouldn't mention anyone's dead relatives ever. But alas, there we go. Oscar Featherstone, you have sent us your team on Twitter. I'm gonna bring it up now. Maybe this is a better view. It is. Ryan, Alexander-Arnold, Walker, Peters, Lewis. We've talked about Lewis versus Lascelles. Salah, Aubameyang, St. Maximum. Mount's fine for game week 1. Although I did hear that Pulisic is in contention, so we'll see what happens there. Ings, Calvert-Lewin, and Werner. You've got Taylor on the bench, Basuma and Mitchell. That's absolutely classics. I love that you still got Ings. Not many people have him. They've tinkered him out. Over tinkering. Spotify's up instead of James's face. Bam. Robert Ducky, how's it going? You missed nothing. Don't you worry about it. If you missed it, I wrote a comment about my team after your opinion. I will have a wee look later, mate. Thank you very much. This team's fine, man. I don't have a problem with this team, Oscar. There's nothing wrong with it. I wouldn't go with Mount personally, but apart from that, and Lewis, obviously we talked about it. But Lewis could be Lascelles, and it's the same kind of squad. And I think if Lascelles is going to get... This is the thing that James doesn't see, is that if Lascelles is going to get a clean sheet, then Lewis is going to get a clean sheet as long as they play 60 minutes. So you might as well go for the attacking one, because he's going to share the same points that Lascelles gets. The only problem is that Lewis might not start. He might not play. So you just watch out for that. But we should be good. Is there any questions that I missed in the chat? Boss Puma may attack, Stevens never attacks. Yeah, Boss Puma may attack. I agree. Darshal Sa says Mane, KDP, KWP or Havertz, Van Dijk already have 2 Liverpool defenders. If you already have 2 Liverpool defenders, then I wouldn't put another one in. So Mane then, right? Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't have 3 defenders from any team. That's mental. Is Doherty nailed on? Yeah, maybe 80%. Josh H, what a time to enter? Oh no, did you did you hear the unfortunate joke? Spurs have a lot of matches with Europa. There shall be some rotation. Yeah, absolutely agree. So no Bruno for game week 1, Bob. Yes. That is the problem. Bruno game week 1 isn't going to do that well because he might not start game week 2. Like, he's now a doubt, and with doubt comes, like, you're holding a whole position, 10.5 million, just so that you can, jump onto someone who's not even going to be starting. That's a lot. That's hardcore. Just tweeted my team if you want to review. Yeah, we're going to go through, man. No worries. Thoughts on Ali? James likes Ali. James has been watching a lot of the documentary, though, and we don't know if that is because, he likes him as a player, he likes him as a punt, or he just likes the story that the narrative that they've spun in editing. So we'll see. But a lot of players that I really hold highly in this community have also got him. So, that means he's a pick. So fair play. Oblivious, I DM'd you my team on Twitter if you fancy a quick rate my team. It's slag my team, I think, these days, SMT. But yeah, no, I will do that. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. It's Raw. Have a good one. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming. I appreciate everyone out here getting up dead early to watch me talk bullshit. Thank you so much. Oscar says Mount is a 1-week punt, then he's going to go with Greenwood. Yeah, that's fine then. If Mount's just there for 1 week. I'm assuming no one's going to have Mount for a long period of time. So you're golden. You're golden. Ugh. Captain Auba over Werner. Or Werner. Aubameyang. Yeah. Don't bet against captains this season. That's one of my things. That's one of my takeaways. That's a good idea, actually. We'll go through these teams. I'll just go through them quickly. Right. This is from Bob in the chat. Stick Bruno from the start or transfer before game week 2. My last remaining question. We just kind of answered it a little bit, but yeah. I think I would have a transfer. I would transfer him in because then we'll know more information. Thoughts on Adams? Adams is in this team, so we can go through it. Walker, Peters, Arnold, Dyer, Taylor, Mitchell, fine with me. Ryan and Walton in the goalkeeping positions, that's fine with me as well. Aubameyang, Salah, St. Maximum, Son, Burke. Don't know much about Burke, but I'm fine with that, I guess. Adam, Werner, Mitrovic. Yeah. Fair play. So Adams has got similar numbers to Ings, which is fine. I don't mind that. excuse me, but you're not going to get the same output as Ings. You get what you paid for. So if you really can't afford Ings and you really don't want to try and get the money to go for him, and you've got 6 million, and in this case you already got Mitrovic, who's probably the best 6 million, and you wish Nketiah was actually nailed so you could go him, but you just can't do it, then yeah, Adams is fine. On a personal question, guys, about the stream, 2 things. When I talk, the music goes down. Is that annoying or is it okay? Because I've seen it on a few other streams, and if done correctly, it's pretty good. But I can't hear the stream, so just let me in if it's annoying, and I'll just turn the music off. Second of all, I hope you like that I've got the little slideshow going, and it changes the pitch in the background, if you haven't noticed. That took me like an hour, and I want people to notice. Fantasy football community is in the house. Hello, Holly. How's it going? Thank you very much for coming. Adam's all right for a starting punt with Armstrong injured. Hey, Dave. Hey, Holly. How's it going? Holly, what did you do in the end with Bruno? Do you still have Son? Matt Larson says sounds fine to me. Dave, I'm captaining Ings. What do you think? Just keep it simple. I think you're absolutely rushing into a differential on game week 1. You don't need to be doing that. I think Ings is a great captain in 12 game weeks when he shows that he can continue what he left off like. But yeah, I don't know if I would be trying to do mental stuff game week 1. I'm actually risk averse game week 1. It's Burke, FPL Rockstar, showing his influence here. Fair play. Tweeted you the updated look at my team. I'll have a wee look if we can get to it. Planet FPL patron says stay away from Burke or you could end up being a Burke. Classic. Son and 2 million in the bank, says Holly. That's a lot of dough. That's a lot of money, Holly. But I don't mind that, because I mean you've been planning it for ages, so you might as well. Don't overthink it. Good shit. I like that. This is from Colm, this team. Thank you very much for sending your stuff, mate. Keep those questions coming in the chat as well. I'm going to be looking at both. McCarthy, Alexander-Arnold, Walker-Peters, Justin. Absolutely fine. No problems there. Aubameyang, Salah, Havertz, Souček. No problems there. Havertz is a little bit of a doubt in my head, but not enough to not include him if you really want him. Werner, Mitrovic, Adams. Yeah, I don't mind this team at all. 3 million in the bank. That's amazing. I'm jumping off that shit mid and or 6.0 striker, I'm assuming, and jumping on whoever I want. Yeah, if you've got 3 million for one of your big upgrades, then that's cool with me. You've saved a lot of money in defence. You can see that. You've got Lascelles on the bench just in case. Yeah, this team's very safe. It's very safe. We like it. James, do you like it? James likes it. I will see you 2 million, Holly, and raise you 3 million. Exactly. Oblivious says it's okay because you're always talking. Yeah, no, fair play. And Colm says he hasn't noticed. Martial and Adams, or Ings and Mitrovic. Ings and Mitrovic. I can't see a world where I don't want Ings in my team. He's cheaper than every striker that I've wanted, and I've wanted him more than them, so there's nothing stopping us anymore. Like, I can just get him. I can just have him in my team, and it's absolutely fine. And I don't need to spend more money on other players when I actually want him more. So to downgrade him for me is to downgrade my own wants, and I don't need to do that. Like, I don't want any other player more than him. I don't want Martial more than Ings. So I can afford both of them on my team, and I've made sure I can do that elsewhere. So I think just Ings is just so, like, he's not only a talisman, but he's a talisman in a team that are getting better at attacking, and everything goes through him. And he's going to be playing with Shea Adams, who's upped his game, which means that Ings can only have a better output because of it, right? He's got someone to play off that's actually decent. So I can't see any world. He's like Vardy. I would say he's a Vardy player now. And he has good fixtures. Like, yeah, everything's just going Ings. Ings will be on fire this season. I agree, Liam. I agree. Good luck, guys. May we all beat Ben Dinnery. Yes. I think Ben's secretly upset that we made that. But he just did so shit last season. It's just funny. If Werner blanks today, a lot of people are going to be very disappointed. Except for us, who don't have him. Bam. Right, thank you very much, Colm. I know you did you send 2 teams in? I think it's pretty much the same team. Oh, it's just the transfer amount. Oh, to show me you've got 3 million. I gotcha. Thanks very much, mate. Oh, James isn't here. Bam. Done it. I figured it out. All right, James, pick a question. We'll go through them. Liam Healy's team's up next. Havertz or Pulisic? Havertz. I think Havertz only because he isn't potentially injured. He's like, he could start. Whereas Pulisic might not start, is the thing. So I'd rather like glass half full. But I wouldn't pick either of them. Fantasy football community is my idea. Yeah, 100%. Thanks for the pointer, Sober Dave. I changed my team in reply to Sober Dave. Is that what you guys think of me? Like, this is Sober Dave, but I really wish Drunk Dave was here. That's amazing. Oh, I changed my team in reply to my own comment on Twitter. Prayer changed to ASM and I had some money in the bank from Mitchell to Dean. Yeah, fair play. Dean's a fun choice. I don't mind that at all. Right, Liam, let's have a look at your teammate. McCarthy, Alexander-Arnold, Davies, James, Justin, St. Maximum, Aubameyang, Salah, Ali, Werner, Ings. Werner, Ings, love it. Ali, Salah, Aubameyang, St. Maximum is pretty good. You've got one punt there, that's fine. Alexander-Arnold, Davies, James, and Justin. The only thing I would say about your team, and I think it's lovely, mate. I think it's gorgeous. All that good stuff. Davies versus Dyer. Dyer is the one that I would choose. And the reason is because Planet FPL has answered that so many times that I now have it ingrained in my head, in my memory, even though I don't have any of them in my team, nor was I ever looking at them. But I know he prefers Dyer. So there you go. So maybe Davies to Dyer. But apart from that, Golden, James, good first couple of weeks punt. You've got all your core players in there. You've got Ings, who I just love. Your bench all play except for Brewster, but he might still get a loan thing, so that's fine, especially if you're going 2 up top. And you've got 0.5 in the bank. Mate, it's a no-brainer. You have done really well. Alright. Not sold on Ali. Yeah, neither am I, but whatever. Mo Sharif, if you look on my Twitter here, I'll send this to the chat. Oh, there you are. There you all are. Yeah, that's where I've got everything in. It's Raw. He's not here anymore. But we'll look at his team real quick. McCarthy, Alexander-Arnold, Walker-Peters, Egan and Cody. Those are interesting. Havertz, St. Maximum in midfield, plus the Salah, Aubameyang captain, interesting. Ings and Werner. Yeah, a very similar team and a very similar answer for myself. So I'm cool with this team, mate. Fair play. I'm gonna have a look on here and just see. Aqua sent me his team again, and there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's great. Tierney's in there. I love him. Yep. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have a look to see if there's any new. Thanks for the pointer, Sober Dave. Changed it up now. Thank you. Yeah, classic. Great team. Dean's in there, like I said. St. Maximin's in there, like you said. Perfect. Robert Ducky. McCarthy, Justin Lascelles, Alexander-Arnold. Reed. You're playing Reed. And you have Target and Vaselev. I don't even know who that is. Mane and Salah. Mate, this team's mental. What? What? I was looking for a different team. Oh, wow. Reed. You're starting with Reed and Mitrovic. That's too many Fulham. That's too much Fulham right there. 2.5 in the bank can help a lot in the future. Absolutely. Yeah, do it. Do it, mate. Do it. I don't have a problem with any money in the bank. 3 million might be excessive, but even then, like, the fact that everyone's going to be using their money for upgrades to a City or Manchester United player, it's like a no-brainer. Like, if you're going to have money in the bank and that's your plan, then no one can say that's a bad plan because those teams aren't banging. So yeah, you're absolutely golden for me. Future of America, Vaselev. I feel like Captain America is good enough for me. Yeah, anyway. This team is weird. I would not go for Mane or Salah. You don't need to punt on players this early. But if you're I mean, no, downgrading Mane and Alba to KDB and Bruno, like there, exactly. You've got maybe 2 game weeks with Mane and Salah. That's fine. A lot of people are going Kane, you've gone Mane, and you've skimped in other places. You're golden, mate. I like it. I like it. Fuck it. Go for it. I think we're through all the teams. I think we've been DM'd, actually. James, oblivious in the chat for the stream. Can't really see it. Let's go to this view. McCarthy, Tierney, Walker-Peters. Everyone's on Walker-Peters. And I'm fine with Walker-Peters. But mate, don't double up on Southampton defence. If you've got Walker-Peters, you need to go Ryan. If you've got McCarthy, then you need to go Lamptey or whoever. You know what I mean? Can't do both. I feel like that's too much. You've got 3 Southampton players because you've got Ings as well. So what happens if, Armstrong gets back and he's absolutely banging, or Shea Adams starts scoring hat-tricks? Like, it's going to be difficult for you to get there. And I know McCarthy's probably the better keeper, but I wouldn't double up, personally. And I have tinkered with it, so it's not like I haven't looked at it. I've looked at it quite a lot, and I just decided I'm not going to double up. The only players I would double up is Liverpool. Let's go back. Your midfield's fine. Punting on Pulisic is fine. I think in the long term, especially if you don't want to move that position, is golden. Richarlison up front. Now, there is the new Deulofeu. Oh my goodness. I just don't think he's good. I mean, I know he's a good player, but what if he goes on the wing? Then his price is rubbish. And if he plays up front, then he's playing as a double, and I'd rather Ings. I know you have Ings, but then I'd rather, Vardy or something, or Werner, or... And I think he plays better on the wing as well, but that's just my opinion. I think Richarlison's good though, guys. Got Justin on the bench too. Yeah, man, you've got Justin on the bench. That's fine. I don't mind that at all. Martial equals Deulofeu. No, guys, you're wrong. You're all wrong, right? Martial is getting fed from Pogba, Bruno, Rashford, Greenwood, and now Van der Beek, right? Those are 5 extremely, extremely good players, right? There you go. Richarlison is getting fed from Iwobi, Walcott, Bernard, James Rodriguez. I would say James Rodriguez and Van der Beek are in the same level. Maybe Rashford, you could call them Rashford, right? If you're going to compare, right? There's no compare. Pogba and Bruno. I could just keep saying that over and over. It just shouts anything that you've got to say about Everton down. They're just going to be a better team, and Martial's going to get fed a lot more than Richarlison is. But we'll see. He's not a bad pick. I just wouldn't pick him. And you've got Souček on the bench as well, just in case Pulisic doesn't play. Yeah, this team's banging. I like it. Let me see if there's any other teams. Dave, can you tell James to join the league? He's still not in. Hold on. I will. I gotta tell James to join the King League. There we go. Alright, we got it. I've had notifications since. I'm just going to have a look to see if there's any different teams. Martial on the bench like me. I like it, Fantasy Finn. Your boy MO2004 has sent me a screenshot of the entire screen, which is crazy. Let's see what he's got. He's got FPL Deadline day stream up. Nice one. He's got FIFA top 20. Top 21, top 100. He's got Twitter up twice, and he's got this up. Classic, great. What's he got down here? Oh, is that Mac? Is that what it is? No, it's not. What's up, big boss? Thank you very much for the sub. I love that little dance he does. Just amazing. Your boy MO2004. Your team is fine. Your team's absolutely fine. It's the same as everyone's. You've got the same couple of strikers, same couple of midfielders, a little caveat. You've got Justin and Stevens on the bench, which are both going to be playing. You've got McCarthy and Walker-Peters both in the same thing, though, mate. Just letting you know that's just crazy. That's crazy. And again, the three Southampton players. All right. Downgrading Manny Nova for KDB and Bruno. Yeah. Classic. 1 million in the bank says Guanu. Ryan, Vinagre. Double up in Liverpool defence. I like it. Souček is 8 maximum to start. Salah, Aubameyang, Ings, Mitrovic, Werner. Why have I got the feeling that this is my team? Vinagre to Bellerin, Werner to Martial, and this is my team. Innit? Even Taylor on the bench. Yeah, that's my teammate. It's pretty much my team. That's decent. That's decent. I like it. I can't say I don't like it. Your team's bang. And the only thing I would think is Vinagre is a bit of an issue. And I would prefer McCarthy over Ryan. And because you don't have the Southampton defender, then you can get McCarthy free of charge. And you've got 1 million in the bank as well. So I like it. Yeah, no worries there. Is there anything else happening? Everyone's good. We're covered, everyone. Right, let me have a look at the chat. What are you guys talking about? What questions have I missed? Thoughts on Championship to Premier League transfer players like Cash, Watkins, Atek? I'm going to ignore all Premier League new people, except for Mitrovic, because he's not technically new. We've seen him do it before. So if anyone is new in the Premier League that I haven't seen play in the Premier League, I'm going to leave them alone. I'm not going to get them. And that includes Werner and Havertz and all that. I'm just not into it. I can get them fast enough that it's not a worry. And odds on, any player who starts in the Premier League is going to start slow, unless they're Bruno. Werner maybe, because he's such a boss player. But yeah, no, I'm scared. I'm scared to own anyone who hasn't been in the Premier League. So there we go. Strikers offer an easy upgrade to other premiums too. Absolutely agree. Pogba has COVID. No, I know I was talking about Pogba and him feeding Martial. But I mean, eventually he won't have COVID. Martial is a long-term pick, and so is Richarlison. And if you have picked Richarlison for punts, then that's a lot of money to punt on, especially considering you're going to want to upgrade to, a Martial or an Aguero even, or Ings or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, you might as well just have the player you want if it's a punt. And if it's not a punt and it's long-term, then would you rather have Martial long-term or an Everton striker? What if Richarlison plays in the wing, Keane and DCL play up top, and you're going to want DCL in? You're going to have to side swap, which is even worse. I'll just start Justin over KDP to be safe. KWP. When will the KDB train start? Game week 2, mate. It's going to be game week 2. I'm ready for it to leave this station. I think KDB, Kevin De Bruyne, is going to be... He's going to be great. But I don't know when I'm going to get him. When are you guys getting KDB? It's too many acronyms, guys. Let's just call him De Bruyne. When are you guys getting De Bruyne? Wait, when are you thinking? Game week 2? Game week 3? Are you going to wait to see? Because I am not convinced. I am not convinced. I was convinced last season because he was 9 million or whatever. 8.5 or something crazy. And that was really easy to get. It was really cheap and it was a no-brainer because he's obviously not going to be as bad as he was the previous season. So we got that injury discount. But this season, the same cost as Sterling. Bruno's a lot cheaper. Is he going to have as good of a season this season? Because I have no problem downgrading Aubameyang. That's an easy one. I just want to be able to see it first, which means I think I might have to wait. But I've got Martial on the bench, so it means that I don't have to wait for too long. And I'm already one transfer ahead of a lot of people who don't have anyone from Manchester. Either City or United. So I'm okay with that. It means it's going to be a bit easier for me to bring Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne in. Alba to KDB, Game Week 3 is written in the stars, fair play. Who can I change KWP for? Don't like Southampton, double up, have McCarthy. Vinagre, Justin, Taylor, if you've got someone on the bench, you can cover your Burnley Game Week 1 player. Bellerin, if you've got 0.5, or James from Chelsea, if you're wild carding early. Bob Wong, exactly the same question, exact same answer. I think you're golden. What stadium is this? Is this West Ham's new stadium? I don't even know. No, it can't be. Those look like seats. Those look like seats. How do I check? Nope, wrong one. Oh, it was Blades, it was Sheffield. Nice. I like that. I'm going to have that up. Cheers, dude. No worries, mate. Game week 2-3 max. Game week 2-3 max from Oblivious. So you guys are actually waiting. You guys are actually waiting for a while. Whereas Oblivious is doing it ASAP. Aqua deleted his message. I want to know what that said. Josh H. Bramall Lane. I thought that too. Let me go look back. Did I miss any questions? Can you rate my team? I hope I did already. All right. We have half an hour to go. Is there anyone in the chat right now that is not settled and is still tinkering? You're going to have to put the pen down. If you are not satisfied with your team now, then you're not going to be satisfied with your team 1 minute to go. The problem with the tinkering deadline tinkering, is that you're going to be overthinking. Now, this is the first deadline stream of the season, and I made sure that my team was finished before I woke up this morning, so that when I came on here I could give advice without thinking about my own team. I'm not touching my team, because anything that I think right now, any decisions that I make right now are going to be based on information that I've just gathered without really thinking about in the last half hour. So I don't want to be tinkering. So let's help someone who is still tinkering to get that finish line. Get to that finish line before 1 minute to go. Leeds defense, Justin, Newcastle defense. Bob, I think Justin. Justin's going to be here for a little while. Pereira's still injured or whatever, so I think you're golden that way. I've got Justin in my team. Oh, hold on. Insider information. I'm not going to tell you what it says. Oh shit. No way, he's not starting, is he? Oh, Ben, you fucking idiot. I've just told you guys. I've just told you guys that I don't want to be making any more decisions, because anything that I do will be based on information, and then someone's just thrown an absolute spanner in the works. Oh my goodness. Hold on, guys. This is more important. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Or not. I'm not going to show you what I'm talking about. This is not what we're talking about. We're not talking about any Newcastle players. Who would you change Kyle Walker-Peters to? Justin, definitely. I've got Justin in my team. Definitely him. Is it worth going with 2 4.0 defenders so I can have Havertz and Pulley instead of Ali? Jim, so how's it going, man? I don't think so. Vijal, I've said it's not, but it is. It's Wilson. We're talking about Wilson. Ben said, in his opinion, in his opinion, Wilson's going to start. Oh shit. Oh shit. I don't have enough money for this. I don't have my 0.5 in the bank. Drunk Dave took it. I'm tinkering with fucking 17 minutes to go or whatever. 27 minutes to go. Oh. He's ready to start. Will he start? West Ham away. Brighton. Look at that run though. Look at that run. You know what? Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Will Saka start? We don't know. There's a few different opinions, but let's go to Scout because they have been meticulous with their information. Oh wow, no way. It better start. Why is Scout not working? Go with Shakant. I think he is going to start. I don't know why this isn't working. Never make any transfer with 30 minutes to go. I know. One of your 4.5 down to 4.0. I think I'm going to do that. Is Davies nailed? I think Davies is. However, I think I would go with Dyer because he's more nailed. So there you go. Right. Team news. Predicted lineups. Wow, Scout is going slow. So look, they've got Saka. Right here. They've got Saka, they've got Nketiah, Aubameyang. Tierney playing in centre-back, which is why I took him out for Bellerin. This is Game Week 1 potential lineup. And then this is a big David Luiz injury thing. So there you go. Nketiah being up there is really interesting. Just seen Tanyanga's sidelined for Spurs. Who does that mean is playing? Tinker in with only 2 seconds to go. Who did I have there? Who did I have there before I took everyone out? That's interesting. Keep the questions coming in, guys. Team selected by... Was it Douglas? I think it was Douglas. Oh, starting Wilson. Please don't do this to me, Benjamin. Please don't do this to me, Benjamin. What do you guys think? Do you think Wilson's going to start? Dyer and Sanchez possibly, I may be wrong. Yeah, I think I would go with Dyer over Davies every day anyway. There's a photo on Twitter that says Laka and Pepe are on the team sheet. I'm still confident on my Richarlison pick. I bet you are. I wouldn't say that it's a bad pick. I just say I don't like him and I don't like Everton and they're gonna have to really show me that they can improve. And I would much rather have Martial on the bench than Richarlison. St. Maxi or Saka? I think St. Maximum, just in case, because Saka's not going to play every game, whereas St. Maximum's, you know, one of their best players. So I can't see a world where I wouldn't do that. Bam. Do. Nketiah start. Yeah, apparently. Says the scout. Let's see what Scout says about Wilson. Where is Newcastle? They think Wilson's going to be playing there too. But no Fraser? That's crazy. St. Max on the left. I would love that. Egan Saka. I think Egan. But Saka. Oh, Egan or Saka? I guess Egan, yeah. More nailed. If it's a punt, then in Saka. Justin and McCarthy or KWP and Ryan? Justin and McCarthy. Because McCarthy's the save points, right? Brighton might go for Martinez. Exactly. That's another thing, Bob. Well done. Good spot. Brighton might go for Martinez, which means Ryan's not first choice. Even though he's a belter. And I think he would probably leave at that point, right? Have to feed the kids. Best of luck. May all your arrows be green. Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate it. Appreciate you coming down. James appreciates it. Well done. Good luck. Good luck. That's what you're going to be like. Aren't ASM and Fraser the same position to start? I'd go ASM. Yeah. They are the same position. So we don't know who's going to be playing on the left. But ASM has played in the cam position before. So that's why he's going to be sitting there. Cheers, Davey. No worries, man. Martinez isn't going to play, mate. Already announced. No, Martinez might be going to Brighton. Horrible news for any Ryan goalkeeper owners. Egan Saka to bench. Oh, I'd bench Egan. I think Saka's going to play this game. Have you seen my team? Daffs, I haven't seen your team. Have you sent me your team on Twitter? Oh, no, maybe I did. I think I did. I've already done your team, maybe. If you've already sent it to me, I've done it. Because I've got no new ones. Fraser ain't playing because he hasn't played since March. Yeah, he's probably a bit wrecked. I haven't played football since March, and I played the other day, and it was just the worst. So I know exactly what he's going through. Yeah, I don't know about this Wilson thing. Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. Never knew I was live. Sorry, I'm live. Sorry, I am live. Bam, bam, bam. Stick with Mitro. It's tips. You've just sent me your team. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, mate. Well done. Well done on the old Martial. Commendable. I like that you've got Alexander-Arnold on your bench just to piss people off with Saint Maximum. Salah, Aubameyang, Souček, Saint Maximum. Vinagre, Alexander-Arnold, Stevens, Justin. A bunch of 4.5s, wow. And a 5. McCarthy, no double up. Calvert-Lewin as a punt. Werner up there for the shield attacker. Mate, your team's banging. Your team's banging. And Button might even start. We don't even know yet. I don't know enough about Reed to say that he's bad. Mate, your team's golden. Well done. Congratulations on your team. Congratulations. Wuchi, can you please have a look at my team? I can. McCarthy, Bellerin, Dockery, Justin, all fine in the back. Salah, Pereira, St. Maximum, Aubameyang, all fine in midfield. Ings and Wilson. Wilson is maybe a doubt, but you've got Martial and Souček on the bench, which is both fine with me. Yeah, your team's good, man. I wouldn't change a thing. Just go with it. Just go with it. Just go with it. Tweeted you my alt set and forget team thought. Special surprise in that picture too. Ooh, okay. Set and forget team. And that is the special surprise is my face. Belter. Nice face, by the way. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Set and forget Azpilicueta. Souček as your forget. Set and forget. Saka. There's too many people that might not play every game. Saka might not play. Azpilicueta might not play. Souček might not play. Yeah, I would probably put more defenders in if I was uncomfortable. Like Taylor, you've not got any bright Burnley defense. Vardy's fine. Mitrovic fine, I guess. Werner's fine. Salah's good. Kevin De Bruyne comes in. If it's a set and forget team, remember to put De Bruyne on your team. Don't put him on your bench. That's how you do it. If you guys are doing a set and forget team, put the players you want to play the entire season on the field. Right. Swan, you've sent me your team. But you've got Bellerin in. Oh, mate, I'm not looking at all this. Look at how he's done his team. Goalkeeper. Maitland-Niles to Bellerin. Remember, he's done that. Havertz helicopter. This is like Tom's the Tank Engine. Aubameyang Airlines. Air Gavin. Perfect. Classic. Well done, mate. Good team. Good team. Good team. Mitro or Nketiah? I think I would go with Nketiah, mate. I think Nketiah is golden. He's great. But Mitrovic is going to start every game. So Nketiah I would rather have for the long haul, but Mitrovic is definitely starting game week 1. So I've went with Mitrovic, but I would love to have Nketiah. And scouts say they're going to start, so you could blame them. If Nketiah doesn't start, you can blame them. Let me show you. Bam. See? Nketiah and Saka. So there we go. Hey, don't ignore me, Dave. Oh wait, what happened? Why am I ignoring you? Just sent you my teammates locked in, but you can have a laugh at it. Oh, is it? Oh, you sent me it in the game, in the thingy. I know, I can have a look at it. I wasn't ignoring. McCarthy, Alexander-Arnold, Dyer, Justin, Souček, Salah, Bamming, Havertz, Calvert-Lewin, Antonio up front. This is the first Antonio we've seen. I don't mind that, mate. I don't mind it at all. You guys can't see the entire team. Bam. Antonio, Calvert-Lewin, Werner, Dallas in defence, on the bench. I'm fine with that. Reed. Yeah, man, this is all golden. I like this team. It's not something that I would do. I wouldn't do Havertz and I wouldn't do Calvert-Lewin just yet. Especially if I've already got Werner. But yeah, your defense is fine, your midfield's fine. Long term, this is golden. Antonio, even. Yeah, I think you're good, man. I think you're good. I'm not ignoring you. I'm so sorry, Vizal. James. Mr. Jimso. Gorgeous. Thank you very much for the sub, mate. I appreciate that. You are now... Hold on, where are you? There you go. Right there on the screen. You're part of the stream, mate. Thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate that. McCarthy, Alexander-Arnold, Doherty, Justin, Lewis. Lascelles over Lewis, I think. We talked about that. Lewis might not start. Salah, Aubameyang, Ali, St. Maximum. Ali's another punt. I'm fine with that. And then your strikers are golden. Brewster in the bench. Bizuma. Yeah, all good things, mate. All good things. I like it. Any quick feedback would be great. My quick feedback is... golden, mate. Golden. Amazing. Fantastic. Don't you worry about a thing. Every little thing's going to be alright, Jim, so you're doing good. Any final questions? I'm going to cut it there. If we got any final questions, I will answer them. And then I'm going to go. No way. No way, mate. It's not happening. Do not phone me. It's not happening. No way. I was just about to leave. I'm so sorry, mate. That's funny. Sorry, Harry, mate. Tips is phoning me. Oh, it's funny, man. No, I'm about to leave. I need to go. We've got 15 minutes left. The league code, good question, is under me right now. TM3AUE. Oh, that's really hard to read. It's all in lowercase as well. I don't know why that's in bigger case. Must be the font. Tips, I'll talk to you maybe after the stream, mate. But I'm gonna go. Love how you said never change with 30 minutes left and everything changed and everyone started making transfers. No, I know. I'm not gonna do it though. I'm not gonna do it. This is my final team for game week 1. Pick team. Here we go. Ramsdale, Alexander-Arnold, Bellerin, Robertson, Justin. In midfield, we've got Salah, Aubameyang, and St. Maximum captaining Salah. And then Ings, Martial, and Mitrovic. And Martial will come off and Souček will start. Thought you needed a guest. We do not need a guest, mate. Thank you very much. I'm just about to leave. I'm so sorry. It's bad timing. Good luck, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to the first deadline stream. I had a blast, an absolute blast. So glad James was able to come on as well. That was really fun. I hope you guys all have green arrows. If you want to join the league code again was... what was it? TM3AUE, all lowercase. Last question from Oblivious. Any updates from Magnus Carlsen's team? I've been looking all night and I couldn't find any. Hope you guys have an amazing Game Week 1. I'll be on Twitter for any other questions. Can't wait to see everyone's Game Week 2 team. We're going to be streaming at the start of next week. I'll finalise the times and put a wee YouTube I guess it's just a scheduled thing. I really don't know how YouTube works still, but it'll be there and you'll be able to see it, and we'll go through everything Game Week 1. Talk to you guys later, and good luck. Bye, 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 bye. Thanks for coming. Bye. FPL. Thanks everyone. Thanks everyone for coming. I appreciate that. Really, really do. I love doing this. So much fun. So much fun. I'm so excited for Game Week 1. Right, let the tinkering begin. I've got 11 minutes left.